Hi there! Thanks for clicking on this review video. I'm so glad you wanted to stop in and share in this highlight of a really great independent business. My name is Sabrina, but you can also call me Patience or Bina, Mina, Babs, or any other term of endearment that comes to your heart. But I wanted to show some love to the witches sage here because they have such a great just array of incense. There's like a grip of incense on there, and I had been looking for benzoin in particular, trying to source it locally to me, but to no avail. So I was like, okay, let me just search online. And this video is not sponsored or I mean, it's promotional for them just because they are super cool and I wanted to give them a highlight. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna light some incense. This is actually one of the incense that I purchased from them. It's called Golden Nog Open Road, and I'll talk more about it later, but here, let me just thank you. So you can find them at thewitchessage.com. Currently they have 10% off with a code until February 19th. So if you're seeing this after that time, if you just go in there, they may have a new code. And when I purchased these items, they were running a code at the time, and I did use it, so it was very nice of them. But on there, you'll see they have lots of items for smudging, lots of stuff for your altars, spiritual care, well, self-care and spiritual bath items. They have bags, pouches, books, journals, boxes, chests, calligraphy items. They have candles, of course, and cauldrons and chalices. They have dream catchers. They have essential oils and herbs, and mirrors, jewelry, musical instruments. They have pendulums. They have mats and wands. They have tarot and oracle, which I didn't explore their decks, but I do intend to go back and see what they have. But they, like I said, they have just a ton of incense. Like for each scent, they have many different brands and variety, like different suppliers usually, unless you're looking like for a particular one, but essentially. So I'll just get into the things that I purchased from them. I've been guided to start incorporating a divination board into my readings and videos. So on their website, I saw they have pendulums and really great prices on them. I'd have to say they're very reasonably priced. So I did buy a low light pendulum, 6-sided, and low light is known as the Viking's compass, and they have really great descriptions for each of their products. They're very thorough, so you're not left wondering, you know. But this enhances leadership ability, inner strength, confidence. It strengthens your auric field and brings harmony to relationships. And on all of these pendulums, I did change out the chains because on the garnet one, I noticed that it had discoloration on the chain, and then I was using the board in the park yesterday just to, you know, start getting acquainted, and the little charm at the end fell off of the chain. So thankfully, I used to do jewelry making, and I have some, you know, little jewelry pliers and some chain, leftover chain, and I was able to change out all 3 chains, about 3 pendulums, and they generally come around 7-inch length, but I prefer 9-inch, so I changed them out to 9-inch length, and then I just made them all the same. So it's pretty cool. I think my ADHD that I had those materials left to change these out, and that's just something to note. Like, I'm pretty sure Witch's Sage doesn't make the pendulums. It's more so that they're sourced, right? So whatever may arise, which I'm sure it'll work out perfectly. I'm sure if you just email them about something, then they'll work with you. I can't make a promise, so 555, thank you, universe. Anyways, I also got black agate 6-sided pendulum, and both this and the low light pendulums were on sale. I believe they were a little over like $5 each. And black agate, I mean, any black stone helps to transmute negativity. It also provides cloaking and protection. But black agate will also promote courage, and courage is the frequency that promotes you into the upper echelons of vibrations. So it also strengthens willpower and confidence, and brings healing and emotional stability and balance. And then the last one that I purchased was the garnet, which is really pretty. I love it. All the little striations and all the little specklings and things. But garnet is really great for cleansing all of your chakras. It purifies and balances your energy so that in the moment you're going to experience serenity or passion. And it also will balance your sex drive and lessen emotional disharmony. So it's really great for maintaining emotional equilibrium. It's, you know, a dark red color, so it's really great for the root chakra. But red is also a color of passion. And it will also inspire love and devotion because it is a stone of commitment that can be dedicated to a person or an idea. So I'm really looking forward to working with these pendulums. The pendulums work for me. But working with them on my new the board that I created. But then let's get into the incense here. So as I mentioned, I was searching everywhere for benzoin, and I purchased the Hem brand of benzoin, and I believe, let me see, this has 20 sticks, and the Hem brands are the most economical of incense. I think it was like $1.35 for 20 sticks, so that's really cool. But benzoin is great for purification and astral projection, also with clearing negative energy. It helps to ease a lot of the lower vibrational feelings of sadness, depression, weariness, grief, anger, and anxiety, to allow prosperity to flow more freely into your experience. And this incense was recommended to me by a reader that had given me a reading in, I think it was mid-December of last year. So yeah, and it really does help to elevate the energy of the space that you're burning it in. I do quite like it a lot. I would like to purchase the other brands of benzoin that are on their site when the time comes. And then another one that the reader had mentioned to me to purchase is lotus. And I purchased the Hem Nile lotus just because Egypt and Egyptian lore comes up a lot in my experience. It's just, I studied a lot as a child, the Egyptian gods and goddesses and things. So, but lotus is really great because it promotes purity and enlightenment. It helps you to comprehend your own nature and your desires. It's also, it helps to give freshness to your body and senses and relieves fatigue. It smells amazing. It's just a really lovely floral scent. And it will help to encourage spiritual development because the lotus must grow through so much to bloom. It's very akin to diamond. But it helps to soothe acute depression, melancholy. It will promote solution focus and heighten intuition. It also helps to protect against evil eye and spoilage. I mean, all of these things, what you focus on, you give energy to, and that has the most weight in your life. So anything you put stock into will have the most value. But if you're just having fun, that's the highest form of spirituality that you can exhibit, and that's all that matters. But the reader had also encouraged me to get Nag Champa, which I normally like to get Nag Champa Agarbati, but she didn't specify, so I was looking at the website at the different Nag Champas, because like you can just type in the scent and then they're gonna give you all the brands that have that scent. And I found the ancient Tibetan Nag Champa incense. So these are hand rolled in Tibet, and handmade in Nepal. Well, Nepal's in Tibet. So this is the capital, right? Anyways, so Champa is the aroma of female Lakshmi, goddess of wealth. It is useful as an element for relieving pain from headaches, rheumatism, gout, allergy, gastric and urinary problems. It keeps the eyes cool and refreshed and activates the brain. Perfectly safe for inhalation and the environment. Uses just pure incense. Because the other ones have the wood sticks, but I'll show you this one. And this was about $6 for the set. And it has 30 sticks, but they're a little shorter, but it's just pure incense. And they give you a little holder for it that I put on my other incense holder just to catch the ashes. But yeah, it says it burns for 60 minutes approximately. I thought it was more like between 35 and 40 minutes maybe, but I didn't actually time it. But the other one, the other one that she had recommended for me to get was Ode. And I decided to get the Balaji brand Ode. And this I think was like $2.35. So really, considering like the smoke shops around will charge anywhere from there's one smoke shop that I'll go to where if you buy 3, he gives them to you for $5. So they're about a little over $1.50 each, which is not too bad because they are Satya, which Satya is a pretty good brand. But there's other place I've been to where charged me $11 for 3. So it just depends on where you go. But yeah, they have really great prices on incense on the witch's sage, I have to say. And the variety that they have just makes it even more fun. So Ode creates calming and relaxing atmosphere. It helps to ground and center the mind and body. It's just a really great Middle Eastern scent. It's very earthy, but it's also, oh gosh, it's like so clean. It's really nice. And then another one that she had mentioned for me to get is Cyflora. So I got the 3 Cyflora. And this one, how much was this one? Oh, it's like $2. So, you know, I don't think there's perhaps, it's 25 grams. So maybe 20 sticks perhaps. I've burned quite a, well, no, not, it's, see, these ones are the 3 Cyfloras. They are huge. They are very packed with incense, and they create a ton of smoke. So if you have a sensitive fire alarm, like I currently do, but it can set it off. So definitely always make sure that you are actively watching your incense burning, as with any sort of burning item like candles and things. But it just smells amazing. It's a really beautiful floral scent, and Cyflora is used in the worship of one's own God consciousness, one's own godhood. It helps to deodorize your living quarters and create peaceful atmosphere. So when it's not setting off the fire alarm, it's really nice to have on. And then some other, I was just perusing their incense and I was looking at the discount page, but I got the Vijayshri Golden Nag Open Road, which is masala agar body, and that's what I'm burning right now. And it's just so refreshing, and like it has a floral scent definitely, and while it's burning it's just very like fresh and not too earthy, but you just feel like you're walking along a field of flowers. And it helps to promote positivity and solution focus. It creates an inviting atmosphere for new beginnings and personal growth. And with the fire horse year coming and everything, there's just so much changing and coming up ahead for all of us. So the road is clear and open for you, twin. But one that I got from the discount page, which I think is still on clearance, is the Masala Saffron Sandal. And this is just, what is such a cute box? It's just, it smells really good because it's sandalwood and saffron. And since saffron is one of the most expensive scents, it's just really nice to have creating, you know, a prosperous atmosphere for yourself. So it also promotes inner peace and mindfulness, connection to the divine because of the sandalwood. And then saffron also symbolizes purity, divine light, and enlightenment. So yeah, it's a really nice one. I think it's still available. And then the last one that I got was Soul Sticks Go Away Evil. No weapon shall prosper against you, twin, ever. But it's always nice to have incense that you can use for smudging if you're not keen on using sage. So yeah, this is just for space clearing, removing negative energy, and you can also use it during meditation. They have used, I believe it has rose and jasmine. It says it's a traditional aromatic herbal incense handmade in Bangalore, India. This incense is an organic blend of herbs and flowers that has been prepared in accordance with centuries-old traditional Ayurvedic recipes. A mixture of over 38 different Himalayan herbs and spices are pressed together in a masala preparation and hand-rolled to make into natural organic incense sticks. Yeah, it's a very nice scent. I definitely will be getting more of those, but that was everything that I had purchased, and with shipping and everything, it was about $40, so it wasn't, you know, too bad actually. I definitely will be a returning customer.